Overall print quality, what I'm seeing here, looks really good. What's up, everybody? So I'm in my office today, not out in the field taking photos. Figured I'd take this as an opportunity to make a little bit of a different type of video. So got a couple things today that I'm going to do. First off, I am working on refining my printing process. And so I've got a decent sized print that I'm gonna unbox here, as well as a test print on a calendar that I'm working on. And then as well, I've gotten some questions, comments about people wondering a little bit more about my background. So I'll briefly go into that, kind of give you an idea of just what I do and yeah, that type of stuff. So I guess we'll get into it. So first thing, calendar. And just in full disclosure, I am not sponsored by any of these companies. I don't have any sort of partnership or anything with them. This is just going to be my honest unboxing, let you know what I think and kind of the critiques I would make of myself, and just the adjustments that I make for printing, and then also just the overall quality of packaging and the printing process and stuff. So I am working towards making a 2024 calendar, and so that's what this really is. This is a 2023 calendar, but it's intended to be my kind of my test print. And I don't know how many times I'll have to go through this until I find settings and a supplier and stuff that I'm really happy with. Looks like it just came in kind of like a, I don't even know, a flat sheet of cardboard that's glued together. Definitely not going to be something somebody can get into easily. And then the actual calendar comes in a wrap, which is nice. That'll help protect it. That's what the front cover looks like. Overall, my first impressions are pretty good. So yeah, this is what we've got for the front cover. You can see I just did 2023. There's a little hanger here. This size is 12 by 18. And so once we get into the actual months, you'll see that the photos on the top, and then the actual month is down lower. So that's what we've got for January. Looking at this, I could definitely take the contrast higher. It looks like it's a little bit light. In fact, all of these are looking a tad light. I do like the paper. Paper's thick, really thick. It's kind of like a matte print. There's a little bit of sheen to it, but not much. February. So this is March. These are some pintail that I took out in the marsh. There is a little bit of a blemish right there on that print where there's some other color coming through. So definitely gonna keep an eye out for more of that type of stuff. April from Snow Canyon. May. This one's pretty decent overall, I would say. June, again, a little bit light. So I'd say overall they're showing a little bit too light. Just kind of, I guess I would say the colors are almost pale or flat. Yeah, this one really shows it. So this particular photo has a lot of pink in the sky and then the reflection in the water. I'll throw that photo up here so you can kind of see from a comparison standpoint. So definitely have refining to do, at least for this printing method, and that's kind of what I'm wanting to see. August from Jackson Hole. We got the Tetons in the background there. That one looks pretty good. That's September, October. So this one is definitely lacking the pop. November, again, not real poppy, but still nice nonetheless. And then December. Overall, I like the feel of the calendar in my hands. I like the size of it, seems pretty good as well. I guess the one overall takeaway, apart from that one blemish I saw on the photo in March, they're lacking vibrancy, I guess, in the colors. It doesn't really pop off the page like I would like. So I think what I may do is order this exact calendar, but with a different type of paper that's a little more of a gloss, and just kind of use that as a baseline so I can see what the different types of paper do with the editing method that I'm using. And then from there, I'll refine it to ultimately get where I want to be. So not too bad for a first shot. I'll definitely use the calendar. I like it, but there you go. That's first go around there. So we'll dig into the big box here. This one is actually a framed photo that I did. So that was not taped there. You can see got cardboard dunnage in there to help keep the photo in place. Box is definitely oversized for the size of the photo, which I expected based on what I was seeing. Let's see if I can get this out. So that's nice and so there you go. It is wrapped around this. So we'll get rid of that. Again, wrapped in plastic. So starting at the back, you got a normal hanger here, and there's a hook that they included for that. And then it's got some felt pads on either corner to protect the wall. And then on the front here is our wonderful bison photo that I took out at Antelope Island. So on this one, the paper that I selected is a matte paper, and then a 1-inch white matte around, and then do have what they call a non-glare acrylic over this. That's the glass. The frame, as you can see, is fairly rustic frame. Not sure how I feel about the frame. I did not realize that this bumped out from the rest of the frame. I did not realize that in the from the picture. Overall print quality, what I'm seeing here, looks really good. Colors look true to how it looks on the monitor. So there you have it. Those are the two things I was going to unbox. Pretty good results overall. Like I said, calendar definitely needs some work, and some of that I'm going to reorder with different paper just to see the reproduction on the actual photo here, the framed photo. I'm really happy with that. It's very accurate to what I'm seeing on the monitor, so I think that means my settings are good. That's definite good progress. This is the first time that I've printed on paper, like for frame. I've done metal prints, and I've done some a print on canvas, and those came out good, especially the metal print I really liked. But trying to refine a little bit more for printing on paper. So switching gears a little bit, just real quick background, and I won't go into a whole lot of detail, but I am really just getting into photography. I've got a fair bit of background in videography and editing and that type of stuff. I did a lot of that in high school and early college, had a lot of fun with that. So I learned a lot about angles and lighting and that type of stuff from the videography work that I did. But as far as still photography, I'm pretty new to that. I've been at it for probably about 7-8 months now, I would guess, where I've actually been using a good mirrorless camera. Before that, I just messed around with a cell phone a lot, and I would get a lot of feedback from people that they liked the photos I was taking. They liked the angles or the light or whatever, and just kind of got me thinking more and more about actually getting a good camera and investing in that. So I finally did that in August of 2022, and So far, I've been loving it. It's been really, really fun. And like I said, I'm working towards getting a calendar out for next year. And eventually going to be getting stuff out there for prints. That's kind of where I'm headed. I focus on nature photography overall, so landscapes and wildlife. I just absolutely love being in the mountains. It's been something that I really grew up doing, backpacking, camping, hunting, all that type of stuff. And so getting out and doing nature photography is just another excuse to get out in the mountains and or out into the wild and just explore places and see cool things and get to document it with a camera and share it with everybody. So that's kind of a little bit of my background. I definitely have a passion for the Western landscapes. I love the mountains. I love the Western wildlife, so your bears and deer and elk and moose and those types of critters. I absolutely love taking photos of them. So that's kind of where my passions lie, and that kind of drives the subject matter that I take photos of. That's a little bit of my background. Hopefully that answers some questions that some people have had. Always appreciate you tuning in and watching. Feel free to provide comments, feedback, anything you'd like to see more of, or recommendations, anything like that. I'm always open to that. So let me know in the comments. And again, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.